All right, we had a great day. I wasn't able to trade this morning. It kind of went pretty quickly, and I was in the middle of everything, so I didn't want to be like in and out of the screen. Um, but here was a couple setups. I know you guys didn't see me trade live, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let me show you a couple things. So it'll be like this will be this a shorter stream. Just kind of going over a recap, so that way you guys kind of see my logic when I was trading today. Two things I looked for. Waited for the opening range. I've been more and more hesitant to trade the first 15 minutes now. I just kind of wait, even though you just don't really know where price is going to heading towards. So what I do is I marked out, even though not the first 15 minute, but even if you wanted to mark out the 15 minute starts right there, I think you could have started right there. So um, technically, this is the first 15 minutes. I could have gone a little higher. So this would be your value area high. And what we would do is we broke out, right, of this is where the purple line is, of the opening range, and you wait for it to pull back in the value high. And this would be your last area where you would be protected. So somewhere underneath here. Um, Step number two is you could have gone long, and then you probably would have broken even or taken a loss here, and then you could have gone long one more time here. As soon as you've seen absorption right here in the value high, and then you saw the price push up. So you can't really see that. Saw that candle right there. So you could have gone long here. That's where I went long. I waited for absorption to happen and then price to push up. Um, and then what happened was we had aggression. So you could have been trailing it. As soon as we had the aggression push up, you could have trailed underneath here. Then we push up again. Sellers fail. You could have put it underneath here. This is exactly the best way to trail it. So we push up again. We break above. Buyers buying again. And then right around here is where you start to see buying start to make fails. So you could either put it underneath here, this area, or you could have put it underneath where the last aggressive buying took place, which was somewhere right around here. So as soon as this failed and we broke below it, it was game over. This alone, I think it was close to 14. I scalped a little bit off the top, so I think it was, yeah, I got knocked out somewhere like, I think it was right around here. I wanted to give a little bit more room. It was somewhere right around here. And then it started to fail. I thought I was going to maybe fail here and then go up again and push towards the high. So um, that was a good opening range area that I talk about where you mark the first 15 minutes and from 6:30 to 6:45, you mark the value high or value low. This is a good way to play opening range breakouts where you don't take a trade up here, but you're actually taking a trade close to the value high or the point of control, which is here. And then if you really want to be, this is where I marked after, just so I can get an idea. Yeah, from the high to low, you could go from here. And what happened here is we came here, we tested here, failed, and went higher. Another good area, the reason why I have these boxes here is what I looked for was once we broke structure again, I marked from swing high to swing high. So we went from there to there, value high, value low, very significant levels. So what happened was we broke the point of control. We didn't quite test the value low, so I figured we were going to come down and test the value low. I took it. You could have taken a trade right here. That's where I would have taken it as soon as you've seen this huge aggressive selling, or you probably would have gotten stopped out. But nonetheless, you do have aggression in this area. But you want to see the confirmation. So come up, reject, and then you see aggressive sells, and then you could have taken this down. And then you could have entered one more time. And another thing, you could have marked from here. So as soon as we kind of broke this leg, you could have marked from here to here. And what do we get here? Where's the most amount of selling? Let's just open this up. Where's the most amount of selling here? Right here. That's where the aggressive selling is. And where did we come to? Exactly that area. And what would you get? Aggressive selling. You could have gone short here. And this would have been the trade of the day besides the long in the morning. So you go here, stop loss goes up there, $300. You could have targeted low, which is here, or you could have targeted even further, smarter, a little more. If you want to squeeze a little more out of the trade, I would have targeted point of control in the morning, which would have been somewhere right here. So you squeeze a little bit more out of it. And even then, that would have been the best way to trail too, because we would have came in here, we tried to break, I would have my stop above here. As soon as we broke above, sellers kind of got destroyed. That's kind of the recap on the opportunities I've seen, because today's FOMC, you're not going to really want to trade right now as you get closer, because we're just going to kind of bottom out. I think there's earnings too for all the major companies, 6 or 7 of them. I truly think it's probably priced in already. That moves we've had, they've probably already priced in the earnings. I mean, that's just my guess. You don't get moves like that. I mean, I know I ran more, but I think they had some play with it. Other than that, those were, I think, the most favorable moves. Being patient and understanding bias. I know this kind of helps me with the IBM model, IVB model. It tells you bias, longs, so forth. So once we broke, it gave me a bias of up, single breakout, 47% of session. So it gave me about a 50%. And then I could have furthered my odds by waiting for it to test. Like I said, I mark out the first 15 minutes, which is 6:30 to 6:45. It shows me where all the volume sits, so it sat between this area. So once we broke, we retested value high, we went higher. I really do like that model. I think it works extremely well. I'm going to do a little bit of back testing right now, and you guys kind of tag along so we can kind of just see what we're doing here. So let me just exit out. I got to turn off my feed real quick. So here we're going to go replay tick data, close all feed connections. All right, so we got to turn all that off.
Disconnected.
So it has to close everything. So we'll select symbol real quick. Let's go NASDAQ. Okay, we'll do one time. All right, where should we start? Let's start March 2nd. Let's just start in the beginning of the month. Market depth. Yeah, I'm gonna need that, I think. So, okay. So what we'll do here is one time, select symbol CME, cool, set. You don't have an updated, you want to download. Yeah, sure, that's fine. We'll just do a little bit of back testing. I just want to show you kind of how these things work. I just hope this thing doesn't, last time I had some issues, I think when it was loading. I don't know if I put it in high performance mode or market depth. Cause I think I'm almost positive I'll need the market depth. It just kind of gives me everything that I need with the. So this is loading. It's loading some of the data, and it crashed. It did it to me one other time too as well. So we're just gonna go back in here. Keep and launch, blah blah blah. I gotta turn this off. I gotta wait till it.
Disconnected.
Replay tick data. Okay, we'll just. Do you know what we'll do? We'll just start with the first month of this month. Let's just see how well this works. Market depth. I really don't think. Oh gosh, okay. That's what I gotta do. 06. We'll start. Oh. 6:30. Pause. All right, so we're gonna skip to that. Oh no, you can only move forward to the date. Ay, ay, ay. So we'll shut there. Oh no, okay. Okay, so we'll just have to go here then. We'll have to go there. No, we'll go here. What the hell? Oh, sorry. We're gonna go here. It won't allow me unless I'm paused. All right, let's move to there. Oh man, I don't even know where price is. Somewhere up here. Gosh damn it. Okay, there it is. Okay, so we'll just play it. We will play it on the 1 minute chart, and we'll play the first 15 minutes. Blah blah blah. Okay, let's play. So we'll do the first. It's gonna be 8 times speed. So let me speed it up a little bit. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's just speed it up and see what breaks. All right, so now it's telling me bias is up. So what we can do here now is we can mark out just our 15 minutes. I don't know where my 15 minute is. Okay, so value high. So let's just keep an eye. This is the one thing I've been constantly watching. And this could have been a setup within itself, you had no validation. But all right, we'll do 40. We'll see if this comes down. And these are gonna be the days I think where it just explodes up. And when you have a massive range like this, I mean, this is what, 817, almost 200-point range. This could be trouble. Let's just see if it comes down to this area. Oh my god, this thing's just blowing up. So I already hit all targets. At this point, yeah, this would probably be one of those days where you just take longs off breakouts. As you broke out, protection zone, breakout. So that's just crazy. This one hit all targets for the day. This type of movement where you see no sellers, this is just like one of those days where you just... Yeah, this is a full day. Okay, so possible play. I'll just be kind of early, but it failed. Sellers got absorbed. We retest the value high. You could have gone long. Pretty much anywhere, really. Okay, let's go to the next day. Friday. 6:30. All right. Oh no. Okay, so that was the... Yeah, so we'll go Monday. I'm not doing this right. 06. We just gotta look for... So there's two different models I like playing. Ah, jeez, I keep doing that. Blah, blah, blah. Monday. 06. Okay, let's skip ahead. All right. So there's two things I always mark out. So obviously we're ranging here. So what we do is we'd mark from here to when market opened. And we go here. And then we go here. All right, now let's see what happens here. And we're just ripping. Okay, so now bias still neutral. Let's zoom in here for a little bit. I just want to see what we're looking at. So mark volume profile, 6:30. I always like to mark the first opening. So that is the value area high. Still neutral. There's still no decided factor that they never closed above any side yet. So now it's going to be, let's see. So now it's bias. So what we can do is we mark out this area very high. And then go here. Oops, I got sim. try this out. Let's see if this works. Someone got stopped out. And realistically, you want to wait for aggressive buying. So just to close above. So what we'll do is we'll yeah, these candles are crazy right here. So I got on a little bit late. So it'd be 1270. This would be the actual move. Let's just speed this up. And you could have moved to, yeah, break even at this point. I would have been break even. Unfortunately, this will probably stop me out, but so this should have been a break even trade. Yeah. So let's just pause that for a sec. If we would have entered here, or let's say we would have entered here, right? Let's say it's there. 540. So you would have done. That would have been a take profit. Okay. Okay, let's go on to the next day. So today should have been a complete wash. You want to see buying and price close above. Okay. Let's go to 7. 06. Let's go to 30. We'll jump to that day. Let's just play the first. Kind of see. Skim through all this. This takes forever. So what we'll do is we could just pull this out real quick. I don't know why it does that. We'll just do this. First 15 minutes and we'll hit play. So it's still neutral, still haven't closed below. We need a closure below. All right, now we're short. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna mark out this area. So we're gonna wait for the retest. You're seeing some absorption down here, so. So we're gonna have to see a sellers engage. If they don't engage here, then this is moves invalid. That's close below here. We'll take a short here. Once we hit here, we move to break even. Move to break even at this point. Target hit. Okay. You could roll this down further. All right, so that one worked. Look at the very low, came down. Once we closed below that, it was just game over. You had absorption, candle close. You could have really entered here and had a better entry, but nonetheless, it worked. All right, we go to that. Let's do this. 630, jump to that. We're just backtesting this quick little orb strategy that I've always talked about that I feel like would work really well. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do this first 15 minutes, and then we'll see how fast, which side it breaks up to. So we'll sell market here. Since we had selling pressure, put above the recent buy, and we'll target. I don't think this one's going to work, but it wasn't quite a break and retest. We'll see. Just speed it up. Came off this area right here, and this is going to fail. Yeah, for sure it's going to fail. I'd be surprised if this succeeds. Amount of buyers here. You can move to break even once it closes below here. Move to break even at this point, and you break even. And this would have probably stopped you out. Your stop was above here, so yeah, that would have been close. Yeah, I would have. Oh, I don't know. If you would have sold right here, stop above here. Let's say 400. We're 400. That would have hit. Damn. Okay. You have all this absorption done here. Okay, so that one would have worked if you would have held a bit longer until the second test. You would have still gotten broken even. Actually, no, you would have hit it here, so it would have worked. But I wouldn't want to hold it at this point. You just save yourself. Let's just consider it a break-even day. So we'll go here. All right, let's play it. Let's go one. All right, let's go here. So we haven't quite. Everything's neutral. All right, so multiple breakouts, 27% of sessions. Oh, so it's not good. So we'll see how this works out. Keeps track of if there's multiple breakouts, one side, other side. It's 27% of the sessions actually do that. We'll do this. We'll see how this works right here. We'll do it above here. So 285, 250 plus 35. So 570. This may not work, but it closes here. We'll move to break even. At least touches it, test it. Not quite yet. We're seeing absorption, so this might not even work out. Let's see the test. All right, so that one got hit. it ended up doing it. Wow. Yeah, that would have worked. I just want to pause this real quick. Let's see. So you want to see. Okay, so we want to see closure. I think the thing we want to see is closure with bubbles. So say if we went short here, your stop was about there. This would have hit already. 190. And this probably would have been a break even because we came down and tested and then came back up. Okay. Interesting. Let's pause that. Let's go to Friday. Let's jump to Friday. I just want to test some of this stuff out. Okay, now we can go 40. What we're going to do is we're going to mark out this. And we're going to mark out this. Depending which side it breaks. All right, let's go 40. Let's see which side it ends up. Still neutral. All right, so we're see how this plays out. So this will be a setup here. Put a sell order here. Top was about there. $370. So 70 plus, which is 740. All right, now I'll speed it up. Okay, so that one failed. So C40 real quick. So this might change. The bias might be neutral again. Yeah, because we close back above the top. So if we close above here, still neutral. Let's see a closure above. C40. We could take possibly 2 trades here. It's on 40 speed. We're already like almost an hour and a half into it. Let's see if it closes back above the. All right, so now its bias is long now. So if we come back here, we go long with a aggressive buy bulls and a green candle. Haven't got it yet. Still haven't got it yet. If we close above here, then we can go long. Yeah, we never got it. So that's failed. All right, so if we get back up here, we take a short. You could have been taking shorts right here in the breakouts. Let's go 100. Yeah, and this is gonna fail. So go all the way down. It never got to my area. They'll probably reload here. Alright, so that was pretty much no trade. Alright, we're gonna do this a couple more times, and then I'm gonna we'll do 40. Let's go 100 real quick so we can just get the first 15 minutes out of the way. Alright, so now we do. No, no, no. Oh. Okay, so that was nothing. So your retest is going to be right here. Let's go 8. See protection. Yeah. If it doesn't happen pretty early on, most of the time it's not going to come back and play out. Then you can just play breakouts. Go left to here. Yep, what I do? Went all the way back up there. Okay. All right, I'm done with this. Just want to try one thing. Let's go to 5. We're starting at 5. So what we'll do is we'll mark out. Circles above. We'll do that. Try something here. To break even. I would have moved to break even by now. That should have been a break even. Retest this. Candle closure. Price goes below there. 600. Move to break even at this point. All right, I'm gonna call it. I already had a good day. I was just doing some back testing, so yeah, I'll be on tomorrow. I should be live. I don't have as much stuff going on, so um, yeah.